Hey guys, what is up? My name is Argustic and welcome back to your 12th C tutorial. So last time we talked about if statements and else statements and how they work together. This time I'm going to be giving you guys a short tutorial over nested if statements. And it is exactly what it sounds like. It's just if statements within if statements. And it can get kind of confusing, but I'll do my best to keep it simple as possible. So last time we talked about us having a friend named Billy, and Billy wanted to go to a bar and all this, and you had to be at least 21 or older to go to the bar. So we start throwing back a few shots or whatever, and then Billy says, hey, you know what, man, it'd be so cool if I could be the president. Well, we know that the president, the youngest that you can be to be considered for the presidency is 35 years old. So we're going to modify our program to tell Billy whether or not he can become president as well as go to the bar. So go to the bar and become president or whatnot. So we're going to keep this half the same. Well, actually, no, we're going to change this up a little bit. Nor can you become president. That's all we're going to add there. So we're going to just mess with this top if statement here. And it's not really anything new. It's just going to be another if statement within an if statement. So we know that if this happens, that he is above 21. But we don't know how far above 21. It could be 21 exactly. It could be 22, 23. It can be 80. We don't know. So in here, let's get rid of this period and put a space. Let's also get rid of this new line. So within here, we're going to need to do another if statement to check. So we know age is greater than 21. Now we need to see if age is greater than or equal to 35. And let's see. So if age is greater than or equal to 35, then we want to do another printf. And we want to include the statement, and you are eligible to be the president, \n. Okay. And so we also want to add an else here. And it doesn't matter if you put the brackets on the same line as the if or the else or whatever, but just for convention and just for it to be readable, I'm like putting my my brackets on the next line. And if this else happens, let me finish typing this. Let's do but. Oh my god, I can't spell president. Sad face. There we go. So if we just take a look at this, the first thing that's going to happen is the compiler is going to check this if statement here. And if we enter something, let's say like 25, which is greater than 21, then we're going to come in here, we're going to print this, then we're going to check this, and we're going to check to see if the age entered was greater than 35. If so, we tell them, hey, you may be the president. And if it's false, then we're going to come down here and say, but you're not eligible to be the president. So let's just test this out. Oops, I got to do both. So let's try 26. Yes, you may go to the bar, but you are not eligible to become the president. Sad face. That's too bad for Billy. And let's do both again. And then this time, let's try 40. And you are eligible to be the president. So that's pretty simple, I guess. Pretty straightforward. This is an example of a nested if statement. We have two ifs, and we have another else, and another else here. So you'll see this from time to time. And we also have conventions, because I personally don't like doing this. So we have conventions around nested if statements. One of those conventions are the switch statement. And then we also have the logical operators, but we'll get into that another time. But just something else I figured I'd mention to you guys, because we keep talking about stuff being true and false, and we need to figure out, what is eligible of being true and what is eligible of being false. Let's comment this out too. So pretty much anything other than 0 and null will be true. Will be true. So if 0, let's put this here, print f, this will never be printed. Oh. So is this no, I don't need this. Let me give you another example. Okay, so we talked about null once before with strings, so I figure I'd bring it up again. And then this can really be anything. This will always be printed. So I just want to run this to show you guys what's going on here. So when we say things are true and false, we're talking about Boolean values, really. And so a Boolean value is just something that either has one of two outcomes, either true or it's false. So if statements in C operate on the Boolean value basis. So we see here this wasn't printed, the 0. So 0 equates to false at all times in C. And so does null. It always equates to false. And we put 1 here, so apparently 1 equates to true. So let's change this to like a -85 or something like that and see what happens. We still see that this was printed. So anything other than 0 and null will be printed all the time. So we have -85. We can put a really ugly, hideous number like that and it's going to be printed. We can even put a character in here. So like, let's keep it consistent. Let's go with the @ symbol or whatever. Because remember the ASCII chart, everything refers to a number in C. So anything at all within an if statement that is not false or 0 or null will be printed. So that's going to wrap up this lecture. It's pretty short, pretty simple. I just figured it was important to show you guys this. Next time we have a little bit more to do with logical statements, and then we'll be moving on to something else. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks.